Canadian small cap stocks have been leading the pack and outperforming their bigger counterparts. The TSX Small Cap index has returned about 12% so far this year, beating out the broader TSX. We've got this story from Bloomberg's Stephanie Hughes. Stephanie, thanks very much for coming on the show. We probably don't talk enough about small caps because I know viewers love them, but tell us what numbers you've been finding.
Absolutely, Andy, and happy Friday. Yeah, small caps are really having a moment, and this has been a story about the rise of the small cap underdogs. And like you said, they're leading the pack against their larger peers. So this story more so focused on the Canadian small caps, more so the TSX Small Cap Index, which returned over 12% so far this year. That's including dividends, and that was able to outpace the growth that we saw in the broader TSX market. So what was interesting when I first looked at this dynamic a few months ago, Canada used to actually be unique in this outperformance, but now we're seeing the Russell 2000 in the US outperform the S&P 500 and the FTSE 250 outperform its more popular counterpart, the FTSE 100. And this is bucking a trend over the past few years where we're seeing, or where we used to be able to see the broader market outperform these small caps. So with the TSX, 11 out of 13 calendar years, the broader index just left the small caps in the dust. And strategists said that this has to do with this perception that these small caps are riskier assets. They tend to carry more debt. They could tilt into penny stock territory. We had one strategist saying they've been long abandoned, kind of, and likened it to a child just left in the corner of a room, which is kind of funny. But portfolio managers said that this isn't always the case, and now they're starting to outperform because of the economic outlook and how people are more optimistic. So it's kind of a happy ending story so far, Andy.
I know, you nearly broke my heart there. Tell us some names that have done well this year in the small cap rally.
Yeah, so far this year, and this was more so because of deal-making strength,
Yes.
Stelco Holdings really seeing a return of over 30% so far this year. One of the dominant players in the small cap index. It's a steelmaker company, and that has a lot to do with the Cleveland Cliffs buyout. Yeah, that company, as well with the aircraft manufacturer Haru DevTech, was one of the biggest performers so far this year. Haru DevTech getting an over 100% return and being one of the top gainers in the small cap index. A lot of this has
also
to,
being
has
taken
to do
over. Sorry, Stephanie, as you know, Haru DevTech
exactly,
also.
Yeah, 100%.
Sorry. Yeah,
Thanks for jumping in.
I'm looking here, another big performer, Copperleaf Technologies, a tech company that has doubled this year. And again, it's a company being taken out on the TSX.
Exactly. So deal making has played a really big role in this, but it's also just this expectation that the economy is looking stronger. It's keeping oil prices above $75 per barrel, which is good for the energy names on this small cap index, as well as inflation cooling and bolstering trader bets that we probably will see Federal Reserve rate cuts sometime this year, which is good for precious metals names, kicking off this gold rally that's been good for the precious metals names and materials names, which make up over 50% of the small cap index. So a lot of the stage seems to be set for the small caps there, Andy.
Yeah, that's right. Endeavour Silver, for example, up 130% this year. Thank you so much, Stephanie. Have a great weekend.